Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and a very warm early evening welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. My name is Dr. Madalenechan and I'm going to be with you for the next 30 minutes for my version of Talking Heads, which is called Aligning with Your Higher Purpose. So a big welcome to USA Global TV and Radio and to our E360 TV viewers as well as our LinkedIn and YouTube, of course, and Instagram and Facebook. Before I go on about today's topic, I would first like to let you know how our stats are going for getting to 100,000. So as from today, we have 45,206. That means we have gone up in the last 28 days, 6,106. That's staggering. So please do continue to support our community on USA Global TV and Radio. And on Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck's YouTube channel, we have a staggering, as of today, 19,588. So that means we've gone up, my goodness, 10,930 new subscribers in 28 days. How phenomenal that is. Please do, everyone, keep supporting the mothership, USA Global TV and Radio. Why? Because we are promoting education. We're promoting hope. We're promoting and giving you the platform to be able to share your life story and your branding awareness to bring a change and help the human collective through TV media, USA Global TV and Radio. All righty, let's get on to today's project or topic. I'm sorry at the moment because we're in Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde means that when normally you have things to say and it just flows, whether you're broadcasting or even when you're out and about with people, it's all going mumbo jumbo. So I do apologize about it. It is Mercury retrograde, but hopefully it won't happen. So I tell you what we'll do. Let's cleanse the energy. As we all know, we are in the Lionsgate portal 888. That means that on July the 26th, from Glastonbury, the Thor aligns with Sirius, the planet Sirius, and Sirius aligns with the Egypt, so the ancient Egyptian timeline. So this happens every year, and in the Mayan culture, it's the significance for the new year. So it's not according to a man-made way. The way that we say New Year is January the 31st. That's by linear time. This is an ancient timeline, and it happens on July the 26th, and it goes all the way through to August, the 12th of August. But on the 8th of August is especially powerful because an 8, if you turn it sideways, has a sign of the eternity sign. The eternity sign is the balance of the male energy and the female energy. So the male energy, divine mind, and the female energy, divine heart, divine soul. So everything has to be in a balance. What's great about this year is we are in the year number 8. So if you add 2024, 2 and 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8. So we are in the year number 8. So it's so powerful, this new year, which begins July the 26th, the ancient timeline new year according to the Mayans. So it begins then, and it's most powerful. The portal is the most powerful for manifesting on the 8th of the 8th. But this year is 888. That's the trio. So the Lionsgate portal is from the planet Lyra. It's the Lyrans, where there are beings that are of a lion nature, mighty, powerful, courageous, and a light being, not of killing, but a light being, victorious and courage. So we have the help of the lion portal. So on the 8th of the 8th of the 8th, which was yesterday, there was all kinds of energy happening where there was triggering, where you manifest, but it depends where you are at that time in your perception of your mind shift, or in your heart. Now, if you're in your mind shift and you're in a fear, lower vibration, then what you have as your intention, because it's filled with fear, will only just manifest and magnetize only that of fear, lower based vibration. And that means anyone that you come across, you will magnetize that as well. At the same time, there is the light and the love and the freedom to manifest from a safe place, from the heart center, where it's no longer attached to the outside world and outcome. It's more attached with the inner knowing, the unseen world. So it's the unseen world our heart desires, what we require from our heart desire, what we feel will uplift our vibration. Then yesterday was the day for you to manifest. And remember, manifestation doesn't happen straight away. It's not like, okay, it's like if you go to a restaurant and go, what would you like, sir? Oh, madam. And you start writing, and then when about 10 minutes, 20 minutes, depends how fast the turnover of producing the meals and preparing the meals, it's on the table exactly to what the description is. Absolutely yummified. But the thing is, when you manifest from the unseen world, it manifests at all. It needs to go to another timeline, another octave, and then it's almost like cooking. And then it starts to arrive in its divine timing, not in the timing that we stated. I would like this. So manifesting with the divine, aligning with your higher purpose, will bring fulfillment. That's the topic for today. Now, it will bring fulfillment if you're manifesting from your heart's desire, from your higher consciousness, from what truly makes you feel free and childlike and no effort. It's easy. Time doesn't exist. Linear time does not exist when in the passion and the vibration and the frequency of creation. So you're creating or achieve. It's all from love and the high intelligence of a divine mind. So the high intelligence mind then descends into the heart with the soul. So when they're both acting together, when they're both, flowing harmoniously, that's when it's perfect. It's perfect timing. Now, what we also have to realize is if we have a lot of shadows, if we have a lot of fears and anxieties and lower vibrations, so let's say we've put out to the universe, this is what we want, this is what we want to achieve, and we've designated it's going to be that day. You cannot do that. You have to leave some magic and mystery to the universe, because that's what the universe is there. The universe is there to constantly be creating, giving you the energy, giving you the space to be able to co-create with the universe. The universe will not decide what is right for you. No, you know why? Because the human collective has free will. This planet has free will. That means that the only way the divine intervention, our angels, our guides, or our higher consciousness can come in and give guidance is when we acknowledge and we give permission. We can ask your heart, for example. You can say, if something comes into your area, comes into your space, comes into your life, and you're not quite sure, there's something quite off about this, ask your heart, hey, heart, what do you think of this? So yeah, I guess it is childlike, isn't it? It's not a case of, oh, I have to look up certain numbers, or I have to look up certain I know, templates or certain ways of handling this, finding a solution. The solution is very simple. It's to become childlike and say, hey, do you think this is good for me? Is this really what you want? So aligning with your higher purpose, it's not difficult, but what's more, it's not difficult, but we make it difficult. In fact, it's very easy to align with your higher purpose. It really is. Life was supposed to be a lot easier than what it is or what it's turned out to be. We were supposed to be creator beings, applying our divine heart, our divine mind, our vision, our higher intelligence, our feeling body, and working in concert with the universe to create all we wanted to manifest and experience in a physical reality. But then we fell and we became a much darker. And because we became a lot darker, we were also, because we had so much fear, we were also open to certain entities in the universe that live on fear. Therefore, because we fell so much, our sacred hearts had to be locked up. And then it was a case of our sacred hearts are no longer going to be open until the golden age. So we are now in the 7th golden age. A golden age consists of 25,000 years. 2012 was the beginning spiritually, metaphysically, but spiritually for Mother Earth. 2012. That doesn't mean it was out in the outside world. It just means that people that were already on this journey, they were awoken at that time to their hearts, to their purpose. Because it's taking more and more time to wake up, there's not a lot of time now to wake up. It's very imperative now to start to balance. So if we're in the year 8, it means balancing your female energy, your male energy, balancing your shadow life and your light. So balancing the shadow and the light. For the light cannot exist without shadow. The shadow cannot exist without the light, because they both need each other to bring out the best of each other and to bring out the best results. The only way you can go back home to the light is to walk through your shadows and face your shadows. So aligning with your higher purpose will bring you fulfillment if you start if you start working, cooperating, listening to your shadows. Eyes wide open, so you're present in that moment. And you will know when you are triggered and your shadows come up. Because we're in the year 8, this year of purification is happening like 3 years in 1 year. Because there's an urgency for Mother Earth to cleanse her lands, to cleanse from that carbon-based body. She's gone into a crystalline now. She is full crystalline. At the same time, because we are part of our Mother Earth, we have gone from carbon to crystalline, a lighter body. And we need to be a lighter body because our higher consciousness is descending into our physical body. So then we have a balance of our unseen world and the seen world. So they work together. They work in a balance. Certain foods will not be able to sustain your new body of light. Certain substances or addictions won't be able to live anymore within your new body of light. Certain vibrations that you could put up with, people's attitude, you won't be able to. Something in you will say, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear any more of this complaining. I just don't want to. So we're all pressure cookers. Yep, I'm serious here. We are pressure cookers. And not only that, we're a pressure cooker in the outside world, because right now there's lots of things conjuring up and lots of fear mongering. And the more that we add to that, the more that energy will come into your energy field. How can one even manifest or have a real gifted, beautiful life if you're constantly bombarded, love bombing with what's going on in the outside reality, which is the fear and the mongering? Yes, there is a lot going on, and it's about the clearing of everything. But at the same time, you have to make that space. You have to clear and declutter. When you're manifesting or when you're visualizing and working in concert with the universe, if your wheels are all clogged up, then there's no clarity. It's confusion. So yes, there is confusion in the outside world, and it will continue to be that. That doesn't mean you have to become part of that on that level. However, we are unconditional. We have a compassionate heart. So what we can do is envision a beautiful, happy, thriving, peace, unity world. This is how we can deal with, this is how we can bring hope to the world, bring a new light, shine a new light to the world. So we're in those times that anyone that wants to awaken now, it's more complex than ever, because you're not just dealing with your own shadows. You're dealing with the shadows and different parts of the world that have darker energies, some very supreme darker energies. So it's disclosure, and disclosure, that's what's happening in this world. Disclosure is happening right now, and it's happening so that Mother Earth can be free. She can transcend. She's moving like this. She's moving. She wants to dance again. All the elements, when you align with your higher purpose, you become more sensitive to being triggered or no, even before someone actually opens their mouth with certain low vibration words. You sense them, you feel them. So the gift for the collective consciousness, whilst we're in these purification times, is the gift of feeling. So we feel through our words. We feel through that vibration. We feel and we know then how to have true discernment. Because in this life, there are light workers that unfortunately are tuning in with their ego, and it's more about their ego, popularity, and of course the money. And right now there are companies right now asking for people to learn tarot, but earn $375 whatever a day. Tarot is not for everyone. It's for the gifted. Everyone has to realize everyone has a gift in this life. And in this gift that we have, think of it as the big earth cake, right? Or even universe, a big cake. And we all are an ingredient that goes into this cake. There's no duplicate ingredient. Every ingredient is essential for the cake to be cooked in the most beautiful way. And when we've accepted this, and we're all working in our own field, in our own expertise, not trying to take from that or compete with that or copy this, just becoming our own unique authentic person, creator being, co-creating with the creator. Because the more you start to talk to yourself and connect with your heart and ask your heart, set the intention and ask your heart, is this right for me? You will be able to develop and grow with your intuition and your feeling. And right now, the human collective, the intuition will serve you well rather than the ego and the intelligence. So the intuition is childlike essence. So aligning with your higher purpose, celebrate life. Yep, I know you're probably thinking, how can you say celebrate your life when all this mess is going on and everything? Well, all this mess is going to continue if we keep adding to that energy. Some of us are going to have to come away, right, physically, but hold the vision of peace and happiness amongst all nations on a human global collective level. This is how we will bring peace, unity, and love. Through our feeling, connecting our feeling to our vision, to our intentions. At the same time, it's going to be in the way that when you align with your higher purpose, you'll become sensitive to animal life, to the bird life, to the constructive insects, to the flower kingdom, the tree kingdom, the plant kingdom, the sea kingdom, the air, the wind, the fire, the ether. You become so sensitive that your heart's calling is about being of service. But remember, you're not here to save. We are not here to save. We have to save ourselves first. I know that is a bit, I know you probably think, oh, that's selfish. And I know when you're on a plane, what do? The oxygen mask come down, boom, put it on yourself first. Why? So that you have the strength to be able to save lives. So think of it in that way. How can you even help to save someone, right? In your true essence, how can you even begin to do that if you haven't even saved yourself? On an emotional level, physical, energetic, and auric level. So many people are there giving and giving and giving. But if they haven't worked on themselves, they end up having grudges and resentment. And that's what's happening in this world as well. Those people that were just giving and giving from their heart and continually, even to those people that didn't acknowledge their kindness, but they kept giving anyway, what's happening? They're getting triggered as well. So you've got these people getting triggered. You're getting other people getting triggered because they're getting angry. You're getting people that are just want to add because they want to be they want to be part of a tribe or something. So they go, yeah, we want to be part of this tribe. So are they feeling? No, they're feeling a rage, but that rage is not their true feeling, because if they were in their feeling body, if they were in their intuition, their true intuition, then they'd be a lot more calmer. So it's up to us, or as many as we can, keep the vibration high. Remember, in order to save others, save yourself first. To make sure you've got all the boxes ticked within yourself, or at least to a nice balance. Once you've got things to a nice balance, then the universe naturally brings people and situations and experiences for you to experience that lesson, to receive the Dharma or the karma. The karma is about, that's why we receive karma. Why do we receive karma? Because we haven't balanced ourselves out. Therefore, if we haven't balanced ourselves out and worked on ourselves, and we give so much to someone, what happens is our light is taken and we're left like a shriveled prune. We're left just depleted with energy. The greatest healing we can do now to our Mother Earth, aligning with our higher purpose, is dance. Yeah, put the tunes on and dance and let yourself go. Sing. Even if you can't sing, it doesn't matter. There's no such thing as can't sing. It's just called freedom of the voice, of the tongue. It's just freedom. Let yourself go. So cook with love, dance with love, sing with love, walk with love, exercise with love, be passionate with love, romantic with love. Yeah? You see, you getting it now? Love is the power. Love will break down anything. And remember, hate and all this is just a distortion of love that is coming from the ego rather from a divine heart space. There's a lot to mention here. Take each day slowly. Another way is if you get a crystal, right? This will enhance your intuition, okay? You get a crystal and you look at that crystal and you admire that crystal and you see how refined the edges, and you look at the character and the design and even the flaws in the crystal. Then you close your eyes and you put that crystal into your third eye here and you visualize it. And you breathe and you start to feel that crystal. And that crystal will start to like electric sparkle in your third eye. And you'll feel lifted. At the same time, you can start asking the crystal questions. And you will feel a feeling of knowingness when you get the right answer. Now, the thing is about this crystal, or any crystal, when you do that, you connect to that crystal, which we are now in the crystalline timeline, which is in Mother Earth, crystalline. And our bodies are becoming more crystalline, lighter bodies. Therefore, the crystals really will connect with us more than ever right now. This will enhance your intuition. Your intuition is what is needed and required for the golden age. No more can you act on the ego and the high intelligence of ego and the ego heart, because we have survived as a human collective through the Piscean age, the last 2,000 years in the Piscean age, which is about competing, suffering, and the duality, good and bad. The seventh golden age, however, is about getting it to a balance. So balancing our light, our inner world with our outer world, and working together, and acknowledge our intuition. Intuition and a feeling body is going to take more precedence than the ego and the intelligent mind. Okay, I'm going to stop there. It's 35 minutes and I keep going on and on and on. So I know I was going to do an opening of the clearing, but It's almost like it was clear anyway. What I'm going to say is I would love anyone to reach out to me who feels that they require to be connected to their inner intuition, to help them with the tools, to help them to deal with their shadows, to balance their shadows out, to understand where they're getting triggered, and understand about the spirituality in a modern day context of life. How we can have a normal existence through our spirituality, working with the divine, the divine, which will bring and get us onto our divine mission. I am a Soul Heart Awakener. My name is Dr. Madelenechan, and we do have courses, myself and Dr. Jacqueline, about how to work with the shadow. Right now, it's so important to invest to find out what the shadow is, what the trends of the shadow is, what the triggering of your shadow is, and to connect and understand about male energy and female energy, understanding about how we need the male energy and the female energy, not gender, but within us to be a balance. This is the key to humanity. This is the key to how we're going to connect to Mother Earth. And before you go, you'll find that on usaglobaltv.com/education. The courses are on there, and it's very a really good price, to be honest, really a good price. And I would say invest in yourself. You don't have to invest lots and lots and lots of money. But remember, the journey is, you have to ask yourself, am I ready for this? Yes, I'm ready. And if you are ready, then please do go on to these courses. I'm going to breathe now. In and out. Breathing in love and light. This will send to you. I'm wishing you all to have a beautiful weekend and for the week forward. And remember that love is the only answer. And love, the only way you can work with the universe and manifest and align with your higher purpose to bring you fulfillment, is if you are in your feeling body, working with your intuition, with a true heart intention, and being a childlike and connect to that star child essence. My name is Dr. Madelenechan. I thoroughly enjoyed talking with you, and thank you for giving me the grace and the platform. Thank you to Dr. Jacqueline for allowing me to speak from my heart, from my mind, from my version of Talking Heads on USA Global TV and Radio. And thank you to E360 TV viewers. And please do keep promoting and subscribing to the mothership USA Global TV and Radio. We're looking at 100K for September. Much love, much light. Stay happy and stay in your high vibe. Bye.
This program has been brought to you in part by Zane Carson Carruth, etiquette and protocol expert, international award-winning author, television show host, and philanthropist. Thank you to Zane, our official diamond sponsor for USA Global TV and Radio in partnership with E360 TV. Zane is the author of the world's first tooth fairy ever, as well as many other children's books. She's also the television host of Elegance, Polished Demeanor, and Posh Living, seen on USA Global TV and Radio.
Hi, my name is Zane Carson Caruth, and I'm the author of this book, The World's First Tooth Fairy Ever.
Reading is magic. Studies have shown that reading to your children lays the foundation for greater success in life. Reading helps develop language and vocabulary skills. It helps improve memory, and it encourages curiosity and inspires creativity. The benefits are immeasurable, and as a parent, you'll benefit too. In only 10 or 15 minutes a day, you'll be creating more memories and a bonding experience that will last for years to come. So take time to read to your children. Read them books about things that engage and interest them. Tales of fairies and magic fascinate children, and as everyone knows, the Tooth Fairy is at the top of the list. If your child loves magic, wands, adventure, and what child doesn't, you'll love reading them books from the trademarked series, The World's First Tooth Fairy Ever. Follow along as Bella, the world's first tooth fairy, accidentally starts the tooth fairy tradition. Learn the tricks of being a professional tooth fairy in the book, Bella Starts a Tooth Fairy School. Your child's imagination will soar as you read the adventures of Bella and her magic wand. These wonderful books are available at worldsfirsttoothfairy.com and at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Walmart.
To learn more about Zane, contact her through her website, zanecaruth.com, ZANECARRUTH.com. Order Zane's books and merchandise. Contact her about being a keynote speaker at your next event.